Hello guys, my name is BissQT and welcome back to my channel. I am very happy to have you here and I hope you're looking forward to today's reaction because as you guys know, I'm a foodie. I love food. I love everything in regards with food, especially from different countries, different places, especially comparations, especially new recipes and so on. Like I'm just loving food that much. So I promised myself that next to like sports videos and comedy videos and interesting facts, I'm gonna try to do at least one food comparison food videos out there for all of us fellow foodies. And today we're having a special one. It's called 10 plus popular foods that are different in the US. Now, most of you by now know that I have not actually visited the US and I'm quite fascinated by the food there and by, you know, what's popular there and how you guys eat in the US. I know that you have deep fry Snickers, which for me is kind of crazy, but hey, you guys do what you do. I did try a Twinkie as well for the very first time. Not really my type of dessert, but you know, slowly we're getting there. We're learning quite a lot. I have a different video on foods, which is basically about southern biscuits and other southern food, and I was amazed by that, so you can definitely check that one out as well on my channel. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It does mean a lot to me. If you want to see more of me, I do stream on Twitch as well, so drop by, say hi, and don't be shy. We're really nice there. You have all of the links in the description below, and please do use the comment section for other videos that you would like me to check out. Add the link in there or the title and I will search for it. I will be taking like exclusively ideas in the comment section below. I don't have like a Patreon for this channel or anything like this, so go crazy. And if you guys are ready, I am ready. Let's go.
Well, greetings, food lovers. There's nothing better than some pigs in a blanket on game day.
I've never had
Chips on
pigs
the
in a
side,
blanket.
And a big apple pie for dessert, eh? Now, whether you're American or not, could decide how you just imagined all those fun foods I mentioned.
Oh my
And
god,
wait,
this video is
there's
for
more.
me.
Check out some other popular dishes in the U.S. that look different around the world.
Oh, okay.
1. Pancakes. Let's say you're an American tourist in Russia. You wake up and you're craving a big stack of fluffy pancakes smothered in butter and syrup. Ooh, that hits the spot. You ask for a
Bellissimo.
menu in English, scan it for your morning treasure, and boom, there it is, pancakes. I'll have
Something
that, please.
pancakes.
The waiter brings your breakfast out. You look down, and you're stunned to see what looks like wimpy, paper-thin French crepes on your
Ha!
plate.
Crepes.
Hey, man, what gives?
Right. I understand where this video is going, and I have tried American pancakes and I have as well tried our crepes. I'm Romanian, I'm from Romania, and we are making our pancakes the exact French way, like crepes. When I say it, it sounds like shit, legit like, you know, poop, but I don't really know how to pronounce this word because in Romanian they are called clătite, this is how we say it, and they are freaking amazing, and I prefer our European pancakes over the American ones because sometimes the American ones, if they're not made proper, the dough in the middle is still somehow somewhat raw, and I don't like that very much. But with these ones, the chances of really messing it up are very thin because haha, joke, pam, these are really thin crepes and they're amazing, especially with Nutella and banana. So let's see what other this got me really curious.
Well,
this video.
Pancakes date back to ancient Greece and Rome. Before they were officially dubbed pancakes in America, they used to be called Indian cakes.
Indian
Crepes,
cakes.
on the other hand, have nothing to do with pancakes in terms of origin, since they date back to the 13th century France. Kind of gives you the crepes, huh? Number 2, toast.
Okay.
Now, speaking of breakfast, when it comes to toast, my, do the French have an imagination.
Again, the
American
French.
toast is just a toasted piece of bread. Of course, you gotta throw some butter and jelly on that bad boy. But if you've ever had
French toast is
well,
sweet.
You know it's a sweet delight of white
With
bread
cinnamon.
soaked in a mixture of beaten eggs, milk, sugar, vanilla, and cinnamon. I guess that's why they don't need those big, thick pancakes in France. And I imagine they don't call it French toast over there. And if you keep goofing this up, then I imagine you're toast. 3. Pigs
Okay,
in a
I've
blanket.
never had this.
All right, it's football Sunday, and you've rolled some mini hot dogs up in dough and threw them in the oven. If the game you're watching includes big dudes in helmets and pads throwing an almond-shaped ball around, and you refer to your game day snack as pigs in a blanket,
Pigs in a
you must be
blankets.
American. If you're in the UK, that dish would involve wrapping hot dogs in bacon. And that football you're watching would be
It's-
what we call soccer in the US. Now, here's where it
Football
gets
is the only
trippy.
football in the
equivalent of
in
American pigs in a
Europe.
blanket is called a sausage roll in the UK. Yankees call the British variety bacon-wrapped hot dogs. Boy, that just sucks all the fun right out of it, doesn't it? Number
I don't know if they're called hot dog bacon. I don't know if they're called pigs in the blanket. I would eat. I love hot dogs, Würstel. I love bacon. I love bread. Like, from my point of view, you can call it bread, Würstel, and bacon, and I will still chomp that hard. But yeah, it's really interesting because I've never had any of that. I mean, I had hot dogs, but I haven't had bacon hot dog.
4, bacon. Since we've touched on the topic of bacon, let's get that straight too. Bacon in the U.S. comes from the pig's belly and is served in thin, crispy strips coated with fat. In the UK, bacon is from the pig's back, and it's less fatty, thicker, chewy, and served in round slices. It's kind of like what Americans refer to as Canadian bacon, or maybe a combination of the US and Canadian types. So, if you're from the UK and you're having a hard time finding some proper bacon in the US, maybe ask for the Canadian variety, eh?
Okay, that's interesting.
Number 5, pudding.
All right.
Now, my fellow Americans will imagine a creamy custard dessert when they think of pudding.
Me too.
If you were to travel to the UK, you'd get something way different. The British definition of pudding is anything that's been boiled in something else. For example, in the UK
Oh,
and
I had
Ireland,
this.
they have the
No.
infamous black pudding
I don't
that's
like
served
it.
for
I
breakfast.
tried it. That was so
It's also
disappointing.
called, wait for it,
Blood sausage. Yeah.
Really? Well, that just ends it for me right
For
there.
me, pudding has to be
They also have
sweet.
sweet puddings, but that would be the cake-like dish we
Flan.
call flan in the U.S.
I don't like flan.
Flan in the U.K., however, is what Americans know as fruit pie. Huh, how confusing. Well, as Shakespeare might have said, a pie by any other name would taste as sweet, except for that blood sausage thing.
That's really confusing.
Number 6,
Why?
eggs.
Oh, eggs.
Okay,
Yes.
eggs are
Okay.
eggs,
How
no
are we
matter where you
messing
go
up
in the world.
eggs?
I'll take mine scrambled, please. But
Sunny
the thing
up.
is, stores in Europe don't keep them refrigerated like they
Yeah,
do in the U.S.
we don't.
America does it for safety reasons. The Department of Agriculture determined that the most effective way to fight salmonella is by refrigerating eggs. But that doesn't mean European countries don't take their own safety precautions to fight bacterial food poisoning. In some parts of Europe, they leave the original coating on the eggs.
Yeah, we don't wash
There's
our
an
eggs.
original coating, and that coating protects them
Yeah.
from contamination. In other parts, they vaccinate hens to keep the eggs disease-free. Number 7.
Wait. I need a video on eggs now because I think I did see as well like refrigerated eggs. Don't get me wrong. Like, I remember living in Germany and eggs being outside the fridge, and then some eggs were inside the fridge as well. I never thought that there is a difference whatsoever. I honestly thought that the ones in the fridge were maybe like older eggs and they didn't want to have them expire on everything, and the one outside were like fresher eggs. I need someone from Germany to confirm or deny. Like, I never really did give a lot of thought to this, but since forever for me, since forever for me, eggs always were outside. I don't remember a time when eggs were inside the fridge, with the exception of Germany. I'm thinking now. I live in Spain. I have a lot of experience for these guys. Trust me. And here in Spain, all of our eggs are outside the fridge as well. So interesting.
Breadsticks. I'm sure you know we have the Italians to thank for this tasty Mediterranean treat. However, when it comes to the original breadsticks, also known as grissini, the food migration game didn't go as planned.
Grissini, yeah.
When we ask for breadsticks in an American restaurant, we get soft pieces of doughy bread and garlic that we can dip in sauce. But if you were having lunch in an Italian restaurant and ask for breadsticks, you'd actually get the original version.
They are crispy and dryish.
Crispy baked breadsticks
that
they can
be with
your salad or be crunched on as
cheese.
a snack on its own.
They're great. My mom makes really nice ones.
Number 8, ketchup. Now ketchup is another one of those culinary items that got lost in translation. In America, you know that familiar red paste made from tomato, vinegar, sugar, and all the accompanying spices. However, if you go to Australia and ask for ketchup on your burger, the waiter might give you a funny look and say, "You mean tomato sauce?"
No! Tomato sauce goes on pizza, for example, or you use it to thicken some dish that you put with tomato paste, tomato sauce. You know, oh my God, this
hadn't made its way to Australia yet.
This is interesting.
And they used to serve tomato sauce as a condiment instead. Now, even though ketchup has made its way to Australia, it hasn't changed in terms of
So how the heck
language.
do they call ketchup?
While we're here, don't even get me started on that whole ketchup versus catsup deal.
What's a catsup?
9. Chips.
Okay.
One of the most traditional dishes in the UK
This is messed up.
fish
UK,
and chips.
I'm sorry.
But if you're an American and you didn't know better, you'd imagine someone eating fish and a handful of Lay's or Doritos. But what they call chips are what Americans know as French fries. On the flip side, in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, what we call chips, the round things sold in half-empty bags, they call crisps. As for
That's
the
just
French part
wrong.
of the American naming, that goes way back to the 1800s or even earlier, when potatoes, not necessarily the sticks we know today, were fried, quote, in the French manner, end quote. French fried back then was pretty much what we call deep fried today.
Bath oil.
Number 10, cookies. The American understanding of cookie comes from the Dutch word koetje, which means small cake. And when you think about it, that's pretty much what cookies are. Only maybe they're a little crunchier. But in most English-speaking countries, except for Canada,
they're called
cookies
biscuits.
are called biscuits. In fact, they all...
Fun fact, my name, which is BissQT, actually came for the word biscuits. Because it wasn't, long story short, number generator, 2 columns, they asked me to write stuff that I like on different columns, and biscuits was one of the things I really like. So then they gave me BissQT, and I kind of liked the way it sounded, and I changed it to BissQT. It just sounded cuter. Long story short, that's where it's coming from. Now you know.
We use the term cookies to describe the chocolate chip ones in particular. As for those fluffy little rolls Americans know as biscuits, those are called scones.
I learned about the southern
Now here's my question. What do they call the sweet biscuit hybrid we know as scones in America? Number 11, jelly. On a related point, as an
with
American,
vodka.
I smother my biscuits, not cookies or scones, in butter and jelly. If you're in the UK, you're probably imagining me hopelessly trying to spread some jello on my bread. Because for you, jelly is my jello.
Jello,
and
yeah.
my jelly is your jam. Ow, my brain.
Jelly is jello, and jello is jam. Jelly for me, I mean, guys, I will tell you, and now you have to tell me if I'm thinking like an American or if I'm thinking like a UK person, like a European. So for me, jelly is the gelatin that you can combine with vodka and you do gelatin shots, or jelly is like, so you know, sometimes you make those cakes and there is like the gelatin on top. Jello for me is the exact same thing. So jelly and jello for me is together, and jam is just jam made out of fruits. My favorite jam is made out of strawberries. So I didn't realize there was like a difference between jelly and jello. But now thinking about it, when you say you're making a peanut butter jelly sandwich, then jelly should be jam. So jelly is jam and jello is the gelatin. I'm confusion. You guys let me know.
My jello and my jelly is your jam. Ow, my brain.
My brain too.
Of course, we have jam in the US, but it usually has chunks of fruit in it, unlike smooth, creamy jelly. So, travelers, beware. This kind of mix-up could end up putting you in a jam, which in this context means a tough spot.
Definitely.
Oh, my head is
My
spinning.
head too.
Number 12, pie.
Pie.
Now,
Okay, how
back
do
to
we mess
desserts.
up pie?
I could go on and on about pie.
Pie.
Pumpkin, apple, blueberry, cherry. Anyway, pies in some parts of the world aren't the sweet, fruity, round pastries we know and love in the U.S. In
What the
Greece,
heck are
for
they?
example, pies are savory, and the dough isn't as fluffy. They can be made with cheese, spinach, mushrooms, any.
Maybe. Because plăcintă is a Romanian dish which is made with cheese. And plăcintă gets translated in English as pie. So plăcintă... But, nu, că după aia este... Prăjitură is pie then. Da, sorry, I had a moment here. So listen. Plăcintă equal pie, and plăcintă is usually salty. Plăcintă cu brânză, plăcintă cu cartofi, plăcintă cu varză, pie with cheese, pie with potatoes, pie with cabbage. Sorry guys, I first have to think in Romanian and then I'm switching it up, right? So these are all pies, but they are with salt. And then you have the sweet pies, but in Romanian it's prăjitură. But prăjitură per se translates to kind of like pie, but not really. And that one is with like apple and peaches and stuff. So yes, what they say in this video is true. So we are like the Greek
Even some
people.
meat. Those kinds are
Not
also
with meat, though. We
popular
don't
in
make
the
it with
UK, Australia, New Zealand, Ghana, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe. to
And
name a few.
Romania. And Romania.
Number 13, Milky Way bars.
Okay.
All right, I know your stomach is growling up a storm by now. So here's our final example of a familiar food that might throw you a surprise if you eat it abroad. If you love American Milky Ways, wait until you try the European version.
I don't know what American
It's
Milky
also
Way
made
is.
of chocolate and nougat, of course, but it doesn't have that layer of caramel in it. I imagine Milky Way bars in Europe taste pretty similar to the Three Musketeer bars we have in the U.S. And if you're curious, it got the name Milky Way because it can float in a glass of milk. Really? Yeah, go try it.
I'm gonna
I'll
try
wait.
it.
No. All right, Brightsiders, I'd say
I
it's
tried
time
the
for
Milky
lunch.
Way
What do you think?
in the
Before I go
blue
fill my belly,
wrapping.
I'd like to ask you about the food in your region. Is it cooked or referred to differently in other parts of the world? Let me know down in the comments. And if you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it
You
with
should
your
do
friends.
that.
But hey, don't go anywhere just yet. We have over 2,000
Ah,
really cool videos for
that's
you
cool.
to check out.
Hey.
All you have to do is pick the left or right video, click on it, and enjoy. Stay
Guys.
on the bright side of life.
You can find the original videos in my description. I always link them. I always give credit where credit is due, so I will never claim these videos as my own or anything. And you can find the in the description below the original, where you can find the original video. But I definitely enjoy a good food video, and I feel like this one had a bit of a humor in there, and definitely opened my eyes to some of the, especially the pie thing and the jello stuff. Those were pretty interesting for me. As always, I'm reminding people that English is not my first language, and most of the time I always have to translate stuff so they can make sense in my culture, of course. So it might take me a tiny bit to get there, because I do speak Romanian natively, and then English is my second language, and then I speak a bit of German and Italian, and now I'm learning Spanish. So my brain is the way it is, but it's always a lot of fun to do these videos, and I feel like I'm sharing not only my culture with you, but like some fun facts and some interesting some interesting facts as well, because I am coming from a country that still, in my opinion, is not as known, and I feel like a lot of people have some bad facts about Romanians and Romania in general. So I'm definitely gonna be doing more videos into sharing my culture and my experiences. And for everyone that doesn't know, I work as a flight attendant. Let me put that in the past. I worked as a flight attendant, so I might have some input to put there and some experiences, especially food related stuff, because I've been eating around Europe for a few good years at this point, and I can definitely be confirming or denying some stuff. So if you have any other food videos or any other, anything related to this, I would love to react to them. I would love to, share it with other people and confirm or deny stuff. My neighbors are working. I'm so sorry for the extra noise. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, and definitely made me think about some pie and jello up there. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I definitely do hope to see you on my next video. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next. Bye.